Happens naturally. Now, my first guest became a household name in 2011 when he welcomed his cousin, President Barack Obama, to his ancestral home in Moneygall. He's had a very busy week hanging out with the First Lady of America. It's Henry Healey, also known as Henry VIII. It's really nice to see you again. How are you? Are you good? I had a bone to pick with you because I spoke to you on the radio and you said, no, Miriam, I haven't heard from my relations at all. But you have, but you were sworn to secrecy, weren't you?
I couldn't say a thing, Miriam, unfortunately. Yeah, it's the joys of it.
I know. And tell me about it, how you were first contacted and what they want. You organised all the school kids in Moneygall.
We did, yeah. Well, the first contact we had was from the White House about a week beforehand. And I got an email asking me could I join a conference call at a time. And so obviously I responded and said I could. Yeah. And we were details were very sketchy, what were given to us. So we were asked to be in Dublin to join an event in Trinity College. And we'd be contacted with more details. And it went on like that right up until the actual morning. We weren't exactly sure how or what way we were going to meet with the First Lady, but it was kept very hush-hush and obviously understandably so. And the Friday beforehand, I had a call as well to know would I be able to arrange some school kids to join an embassy event in Dublin on Monday. And obviously I said, of course we would. And everyone had an idea of what it was going to be, but no one was allowed to say it. So the principals in Moneygall and Duncairn National School and Cloughjordan, where we split the tickets up between
all the kids.
I had to ensure that the teachers didn't actually tell them what they were really going to. It was an embassy event, is what we said. But then it was revealed they were going to a river dance, and Saturday morning, I think, was announced the First Lady was going to river dance. So everyone was on high dough. But the kids really got a special treat when they were at river dance, and next thing the door opened and we were told quickly get the children in here. So
Michelle came in.
She did.
She was very nice to them, wasn't she? She kind of knew them and spoke to them by name, and she kind of inspired them.
Yeah, she did. She really engaged with them. You know, she was well able to speak to them, and I can still see the reactions. You know, they were frozen. Some were frozen. Some were giddy. Some were jumping up and down. We were trying to keep them under control in the room before she came in. And she came in and she spoke to them, and she encouraged them. She had words of inspiration, and it still sticks with me what she said to them. She told them that it doesn't matter how you start the race, it's how you finish it. And the kids were in awe. You know, they were.
Do you know what's funny, though? Malia and Sasha, the picture went around of the world of them in the long room, in Trinity, and they were trying to say they were so bored. Did they look bored to you?
Well, we joined them in Trinity College in the long room when the press left, and they engaged in the conversation during the genealogy lecture. I
got it.
Yeah, Sasha actually she popped up and she said, I didn't realise we were this Irish at one stage, you know, and everyone started giggling in the room. They seemed interested. Malia spoke about what she knew of her ancestry, and they did seem interested. But I assume as well, like, there was a 5-hour difference, a 5-hour plane journey. So
and
I'm sure they all
kids, like
exactly.
They're 11 and 14.
Yeah.
But there's a nice story they liked. Aren't you planning a park in Moneygall? And they liked the story about the statue.
That's right. We had the opportunity to show the First Lady a picture of a proposed park that's going to be built by Pat McDonough. And there was a statue in it of the First Lady and the President commemorating their visit in 2011.
And they liked that?
Malia's response was, Mom, how cool is that? They're building you a statue. so
that was
it was good, yeah, it really was.
Because Moneygall, I mean, the great thing for Moneygall is I remember being that day down there with you when Obama came there, and it's really prospered from it, hasn't it? Like, we've got a nice sign of, you've got to sign up even to show the way to Moneygall.
Yeah, and that was really a community effort, and you know, we wanted to mark that, get a marking on the motorway to acknowledge the ancestral home of President Obama. And it was a battle to get it, to be honest. And we had the help of Senator Mary White here in Dublin, who couldn't get a vote off us down if she tried. She rallied behind us and seen, you know, the opportunity and how successful Moneygall and how the community has rallied together behind the whole Obama ancestry.
It's nice for you as well, though, Henry, because it changed your life. Obviously, you became famous in Ireland, but like many people, you lost your job, but you picked yourself back up, and you've set up you're part of Reaching Out now, which helps people with ancestry.
Yeah, I'm very fortunate that I'm now actually going around as a community activation leader for Ireland Reaching Out. It's a non-profit organisation trying to get communities to engage with their diaspora, encouraging them to come home. We have well over 2,000 volunteers giving up their time researching for people's roots and trying to get them, connect with them and encourage them to come back to their ancestral communities. And obviously it fits in perfectly this year for the gathering, but the fortunate thing for us is that we'll be around in 2014 and hopefully in 2054 as well.
Oh, fantastic. And listen, you're going to be an escort for the Rose of Tralee?
Yes.
That's so sweet. How did that happen?
I applied for it. It's something that I actually always said I'd like to do. And this year it was sort of like a whole lot of things were saying you have to do it this year because we had a selection night at home in Moneygall for the Offaly Rose. And Donna Collison went on and she became the Offaly Rose. And that night some of the members from the Offaly Rose Centre came up to 4 or 5 of us and encouraged us to apply. And 4 of us agreed we'd do it. And as 3 of us filled in the application form, and only Muggins here sent it in. But I'm absolutely delighted I did, because I'm going to be part of one of the oldest festivals. And again, it's a connection with the diaspora. It's encouraging diaspora to come home. And I've met up with the other 31 escorts, and we have gone through boot camp, so we're well prepped for the week in August.
Well, lucky Rose who gets you as an escort, Henry VIII. And thanks very much for coming and chatting to us tonight.
Thanks very much, Marion.